Good afternoon. Hello and welcome to part, I don't know, 12? 11, 12? Of Linhardt's great adventures across the lands between. It is afternoon on Saturdays. Normally it's not when I start. However, I slept through my alarm because I'm a champion. That's how I do things. So yeah, gonna be a short stream today. About 2.5 hours. I'm gonna be leaving the house at about 3. So, won't be able to stay for too long, but we should be able to get a lot of stuff done today. We were in the midst of sweeping up a bunch of stuff before we head to the mountaintops of the giants. And I guess today I really do have to choose what ending I want to get if I'm going to be making it to the mountaintops. So it looks like I have access to a second one, or I guess a third one that I was unaware of, which is going to be for Fia. Because as of right now, I only know of a couple of endings. I know of the Ronnie ending, of course, which is the one we've gotten. The neutral ending, which is just kind of like the quote-unquote any percent ending, where you walk up, you sit on the throne, and there's nothing special that happens. The Frenzied Flame ending I'm aware of existing, though I've not done yet. I presume now that there's an ending with Fia, considering we were told to claim the throne, kind of almost exactly like Ronnie says. But we were told to claim the throne by Fia, and that something could happen there. So that's good news. And then what I can only assume is a quote-unquote true ending, where you have to like gather all of the things and do something to trigger an event of some sort, I guess. I don't know. But usually with games like this, there's a true ending of some sort. That's what I'm hoping to find. There's another dragon over here. Hey there, buddy. Don't remember these dragons, actually. There's more than one. There's like 3. I don't remember these. Or do I? I'm gonna pull this dragon way back over here. Oh, excuse me. Literally line of sight of an rock. If you're not gonna come over here, then I'm just gonna do this. Oh, you got me. We do a little cheesing, I guess. I mean, at this point, can you even say this is my fault? Like... Hey, there he is. He made it, guys. There we go. You get Dragon Heart for each of these, huh? Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Four beasties here. Alright. Dragons are so slow. Oh, that's not the right spell. I suppose it's fine. Nope, it's not fine. Oh, but it's fine. Whoa. Miss. It did. It's fine, because Rod is broken. Which again is kind of why I'm concerned about Melania. I expected that I might possibly find another spell that could make me want to not use Rot eventually. But it seems I haven't. Okay. Just openly welcomed it to my face. Alright, we'll run away from this one. Oh, a little too early. I saw the explosion of my Elven Stars and thought that was the one. Still not far enough. Okay, well, that's fine. I need to get closer. Like, I'm staying really far away. Not on purpose, I promise. Wait, I stuttered there for half a second to let Elven Stars detonate before executing the critical. Really should just unequip Bestial Vitality if I'm never using it. I almost always cast Elven Star, or Blessing of the Earth Tree instead. Now what were these guys defending over here? Someone put 3 dragons around this little rock. What's up here? Literally nothing? Is there a path they were guarding? Nope. Pardon. hear a scarab. So I need you over that way. Oh, it's the Crystal Boys, right? Yeah. Well, Elden Star staggers a lot. So hopefully this works. Oh, it's missing a bunch. Did not stagger him at all. There we go. Shattered. Missed. Oh. Almost died. I'm like straight up not having a good time against this guy. There we go. Got there. Eventually. Trying to get backstabs. I am. Jorda, I am streaming a good game. It's one of the best games that's come out in the last like 10-15 years. But good afternoon. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh yeah, there's an enemy ahead. I'm playing a Dark Souls game. There's always an enemy ahead. Go. Just gotta stagger them. And they're easy. Marvelous. Memory serves, yep. There you are. Oh, you would. Shoot me out of the air. Jerk. Again. No. I'm very upset by this. I think it's time we just get good and not rot. Feel like Fate's more than Awakening? Me too. But I'm glad you do. It's very fun. It's a well-designed game. Straight in the air, huh? Oof. Nope. Nope, don't die here. No, sir. Really? I think Fates is the best 3DS game, even over Shadow Dragon? No, that's a DS game, isn't it? Oh, you really don't like Alm? Oh, a lot of people love Alm. And Celica. Oh my god, what an annoying enemy. Huh. So I suppose you would have been displeased to hear that I was thinking about having Echoes be the next game I play. Because I could do Echoes. I'm still looking into those ROM hacks. I haven't found where to get them. I haven't really put a hugely concerted effort into it, though. Been busy over these last couple of days. Easily bored of Awakening. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Awakening map design is nothing to write home about. I'll say that. It's definitely not as well designed as a game like Conquest. But I don't think really any of the games are, to be honest. Conquest is really good. I thought this was not an Everjail. I thought this was the tower. That's alright. We'll go to an Everjail. Ringleaders Everjail. Oh wow, he didn't stagger me out of that at all. I don't think I can rod a ghost, though. Oh, I was stuck on something. Alright. Piss off for a sec, I need a drink. Alright, just kind of watching, waiting, commiserating. Seeing what I can and can't get away with here. Okay, well I can't get away with that, but I did. Oh, my Elden Stars blew up already? Oh, this was bad. Yeah, let's just eat that. Mistimed that. So the good news about these assassins is you can just kind of square up with them. Oh, that was bad to get hit by. Okay. You can just kind of square up with them because they have, they're relatively easy stagger. A strong attack right there from a one-handed sword did it on that hit. Also, he's attacking with a knife, so he doesn't stagger me as much either. Ah! Damn, that hit way harder than I expected it to. Well, the reason I mentioned Shadow Dragon was because I thought it was a 3DS game, but it's just a DS game. But because I know you love Marth. But, I mean, I think people just don't have as much love for it because, honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't know the reason. I haven't played either of them. Because Camilla's not in it, I guess. Alright. Do you just spawn eventually? No. You have to get closer. Confirmed, cannot rot a ghost. Okay. Oh, I'm not dead. Okay. That wasn't the right attack. That's the right attack. Yeah, okay. 100% not rottable. That went over his head. Annoying. I think it's a lot easier to get endeared to a character that's fully voice acted. Was it fully voice acted? No way that hit me. I didn't start sprinting. Okay. God, it's super annoying fighting this guy as a mostly ranged character. I know I have a sword, but mostly ranged. No, you don't. Okay. Ooh, got him. Out of here, nerd. Kirby is adorable until you realize the kind of universe-destroying power that lies within that giant little pink puffball. I think I figured out how to fight this guy. Slightly back up, then power attack. It seems to be working so far. Yeah, because this guy has got W key syndrome if I've ever fucking seen it. He's just holding forward. So you just kind of step back out of his attacks and punish. He does not have the poise to support W keying this way. No! Oh my god, are you serious? And then that attack one-shots me, because... reasons, I guess? Again, I tried to start sprinting, and then his auto-tracking went way further than his other downward stab does. That's really annoying. How did that miss? Okay, it's fine. There we go. Mm-hmm. Ooh, dodged it that time. There is a timing to it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm dead. Yep, died to the dot. Seriously? I thought I was safe to drink my physic after I dodged the one slash, and then he just winds up his relatively quick one-shot ability. Feels great. Like, this fight's not that hard. It's just that, literally that one attack that's killing me every time. That was a completely unintended hit like that, but it worked out, so it's fine. Marvelous. Early stun is good. Really? I should be able to live this one. Still gonna take a bajillion damage, but I'll live it. Fucking Christ. I have 2 big heal over time effects at the moment too, so it's not that bad. Missed. Sad. Yep. It's always good to find a game that you're good at, huh? That's why I was really surprised when I was actually like relatively good at the Souls game. So I was like, oh god, this is actually really fun. Go. All right, we live. Live, we live. Did you get yourself a little Waddle Dee? Is that your friend? Oh, what Kirby game are you playing? Out of curiosity. There's about a bajillion of them, so. Hey, you get yourself a little Waddle Dee. Nice. Oh shit, I dodged that way early. Damn. Charged it for just a little too long. I missed. Are you serious? He's not staggering at all now. I have almost no mana left. It's alright. We can fix that. Also, this guy's not staggering at all this time. Yeah, I guess I can't dodge through that. I have to dodge away from it. Shit, I need to stop squaring up with this guy. I'm getting owned. Okay. Gonna let me do it, then I guess I will. I don't know why he decided to back up across the entire arena. Almost there, almost there. Whew. What a fight. Black Knife Tish. Kirby 64? Hell yeah. The Crystal Shards or just Kirby 64? Crystal Shards is one of my favorite games when I was a kid. Yeah, he kept coming down this pathway. Wow, the auto tracking on that. Literally hit me from that far away, huh? Oh, and the headshot. Well, that lives in my face now, I guess. Alrighty. How do I get down there safely? Is there a path over here? There is. There's just a path. Follow the path. Follow the path and it will lead you where the path goes. Let's see if there's anything up here before I go down. Do all of these say dog? Praise the dog. Dog or God? Didn't expect dog. So do you have the ability to like combine different powers? Like boomerang, fire sword, ninja stars, stuff like that? If so, go for the boomerang and bomb power together, because you get exploding shuriken, and you can just be a ninja, and it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite powers. Like shuriken that stick into stuff, and they explode afterward. It's beautiful. Alright. We gotta seek 3 great wise beasts. Now, if I remember correctly, there is one over the cliff. It may not be on this side. There's one hanging over the cliff. There's another one just out in the middle of nowhere. And the last one is literally flying. There he is. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's worth it though. I promise it's worth it. It's a really good ability. Alright. There's the first big turtle. Now normally, you find the small turtles, like a group of small turtles, and you'll find the big turtle. I just don't remember where the last one was. Let's not do that. I actually didn't see where the, where one of them was. So here's a turtle right here. I think it's up there. Above my little jar hat. I'm pretty sure. That's where the flying turtle is. I don't remember where the last one was, though. So it should be an adventure to try and find again. This could be a... I know this quest, or not quest, but this puzzle was bugged for a while. I don't know if it's ever been fixed. But there was a bug that would cause one of the turtles to spawn and instantly die. So it just wouldn't like it would count toward the it would count toward the puzzle, but you would never find it because it's just already dead. So, maybe that happened last time to me. Again, I don't remember exactly. But there's a spirit spring somewhere in a patch of trees. I think I can see the turtle there. No, I don't see the turtle there. That is somewhere I've already. That's the entrance. Yeah. Thought I saw a turtle shell. Friend ahead. It is a turtle. Right range battle, but be wary of sorcery. Interesting. Visions of range battle. Yeah. I honestly can't remember where this turtle was. The flying one, that is. It might be down there somewhere. It was like a relatively dense patch of trees, but there's a spirit spring through it. You want me to try out Shadow Dragon? I mean, I probably will at some point, just to say that I've played every game in the series, but I don't know what difficulty I would play on, or how reclassing, like what I would do with reclassing. Stuff like that. Oh, here it is. There's our little flying turtle pal. Isn't he something? He's just up there, living his life, being a dude. Oh, the original Shadow Dragon? Nah, I'm good on that. And we bonk him with our little head. And the door did not open, so it has been fixed. Oh my god, what a gorgeous area. Holy shit. Look at the moonbeams. Alright. Oh, we have our group of little turtles here. Yeah, I've heard that like Marth doesn't promote and can't reclass, but he does go to like level 35 or something. And his stat caps are higher because of it. You know, I somehow doubt that was the intended way for you to climb that cliff, but I went for it anyway. We got there. Alright, so this is the ruins up here. I'm looking for groups of turtles. That's really all I'm looking for, is just a group of turtles. Dragon head. Yeah, we already fought the dragon, so doesn't matter to me. Oh, the moonbeam disappears as you get too close to it? Sad. Big sad. I've already been to these ruins. Looks like. Oh. Old Albus. Oh, he's down below. Obviously. He's definitely not right here next to me. Yeah, I'd be like right on top of him. Yeah, he's down below still. Fuck. Alright, iframe through this. Utilizing the stone's word key. Cerulean Amber Medallion too. It just gives you more FP, I think. Like a decent amount though, not just like some chump change amount of FP. And you like New Mystery more? Okay. Already been here. Ain't sticking around to fight that pain in the ass. Enemy. I don't know how far from the tower these turtles can spawn. I am like on the polar opposite side at the moment. But extra memory slots would be nice. We hunt for turtles. Oh, speaking of four-toed foulfoots, can I craft the golden one? I can. I can. I should see if I can buy those foulfoots from someone instead of having to hunt down birds. I wonder if I hit this one with a charged fireball, if it hit all three of them. No, it didn't even hit the one I was targeting. Hunting birds is actually, I mean, it's not hard, as you see, finding these. But finding a good spot to farm them to get, like, enough that I would... Oh, turtles! Turtles! Oh, there he is! There he is, dudes. We found him. Let's go. Alright, let's see if I can get him from up here. That's very rude. Got him. Alright, the seal on the rise has opened. Yeah, we were on the literal opposite side. It's pretty good. Alright, let's see what we get. I'm pretty sure this is just a memory stone. Chelona's Rise. Hey, Afiri. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a great weekend so far. What was that? Oh. What are you up to today? That's not a memory stone. That's a spell I'm never going to be able to cast. Ronnie's Dark Moon, because it takes 68 intelligence to cast. That is a pretty cool effect. So it dispels all sorceries that it touches and temporarily reduces magic damage negation. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, in this game, magic damage is like a specific type of damage. Trumping required ahead, try right. Doesn't seem correct to me at all. But let me try this. I mean, you don't die if you jump down. So I suppose since this is higher, we can try and go there. Oh, torrent. Oh my god. Okay, we're on the roof. What did this accomplish? Seemingly nothing. I don't see any thing up here. Any stuff. Nothing like that. Oh, well, that's that's an abrupt death right there if I've ever seen one. Alright, cool. I think we got everything up here. We got the Rise. We got the Ronnie. We're good here. Alright, so the last things to do before we... do need to go to the Divine Tower of Altus to get the Great Rune for either Rykard or Morgott. Either way, this should open now. It does, since we have the rune. And I believe this is the one that was connected to the old Altus tunnel. Pardon me for a moment, my alarm is going off. Couldn't have waited till I was on the elevator. That would have been great. Tea finished, and it was only slightly cold today. I guess that's what happens whenever I hop on this game and I'm not in the middle of a boss fight, basically. Like I was yesterday. But we did kill Praetor Rykard without using the spear this time, which was awesome. And it wasn't even just because of the ranged abilities. Those helped a lot, but it was because of our heal over times. Andy Gold's still Frenzied Flame? Yes and no. Because, yesterday, we found a quest for Fia. Or not found the quest for Fia, but I think I unlocked, I think I unlocked Fia's ending. Yesterday. Alright, so that's Rykard's Great Rune. Did I already get Morgott's? I did. Okay, so we've gotten all the Great Runes that we've gone and activated all of our Great Runes. I believe. What have I done for? Basically had to get through most of Ronnie's questline to get it, but you have to get the the Curse Mark of Death from Ronnie's body. And then when you talk to Fia after that, she says kind of the same thing that Ronnie does, where Ronnie's just like, go claim the path of the Lord, of the Elden Lord, and then we'll meet again. I already do this one? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is the Morgott one. Um, and then Fia says much the same. After you give her the curse mark of death, she goes. She's all like, "Go." Yeah, this is Morgott's. Um, go follow the path of the Elden Lord, and then when you arrive at the throne, blah de blah de blah. So like, okay, sure, I guess. Um, so yeah, that's it. So I don't know if I have more to do or not. Um, I'm pretty sure something else unlocks after Malekith. Maybe for her. Which I think is another one of the Remembrance bosses, which is like the ancient Draco Lich dragon or something. Which we fought in our previous playthrough. But I think we've done everything that we need to do to start the Mountaintops of the Giants. You know, we swept out like the whole world. Pretty sure I've missed a boss with boss. What boss might that be? What do we have here? Dragon Heart, Dragon Claw, Dragon Maw? Is that it? Are there more at the other cathedral? Church of the Plague. Where was the Cathedral of Dragon Communion at? Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Elder Dragon Dream thing for yeah, that's the that's the zombie Draco Lich. I'm pretty sure it's called like Draco Lich something or other. That's the one. There are more powers here. Ooh, Magma Breath. Hey, we have Magma Worm power now. What is this? Grail's Roar? Okay. Transforms caster, blah, blah, blah. Reducing attack power and defense of nearby enemies. Okay. Dragon Ice. Ooh, yes. Transform caster into a dragon to spew Icy Breath. Nice, nice. That would have been really nice to have against the Serpent. Who's you know, weak to ice attacks. Yeah, so let's pick that up. Magma Breath sounds cool. Grail's Roar also sounds cool. Yeah. I can't cast some of them yet. I need to get my Arcane up a couple more points to cast Grail's Dragon Roar, but that does sound good. But yeah, let's double check. Yeah, Grail's is the only one that takes extra Arcane to cast. So I need to get 2 points of Arcane to try out the Dragon Roar. It did cost 3 hearts, yes. Everything else costed 1, though. I want to test out this Magma Breath. Where's the bonfire? There you are. But that's okay, I have a bajillion Dragon Hearts still. Let's see. Memorize spell. Let's drop Elden Stars and Bestial Vitality. One bone in your throat decides it doesn't want to be in that one spot anymore. I have no idea what you're talking about. Apologies. Okay, let's just see what they look like. Magma Breath. Interesting. So it spews it behind me, kind of like the dragon does. If I hold it, it goes forward. Oh no, it always goes forward. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. No, I've not heard of Never had that happen before. And then this is just your standard cold breath. Yeah. I kind of like the magma breath. It's pretty close range, but it would be nice against a lot of different enemies. This guy, for example. Maybe not this guy, for example. Yeah, if you're having to pop a bone back into place in your throat, I would, yeah, possibly seek medical advice. I'm not a doctor, but... I mean, it's strong, as you would expect. It is Dragon Breath. It takes forever to cast. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It doesn't hit nearly as hard as one of the unique ones, though, like XX. XZX, something or other. I don't know how it's pronounced. The Rot Breath. Okay, that is pretty much all the procrastinating I can do. I guess we're off to the Forbidden Lands. Good news is, we're going to level appropriate content, which means we'll be finding level appropriate materials, which I may, in fact, be able to level up my sword and seal again soon. I can level up my seal once more, but I'm going to need 6 more Smithing Stone 8s in order to level it up fully. Who goes there? Oh yeah. This is my favorite. Just down into the ground. So good. You done being an asshole down there? Okay. Now, I didn't notice these blood stains and those. And I noticed those notes popped up after I'd already been there for a second. If that's something they added to like delay their appearance in this game, I think that's actually a really nice feature. If it's just maybe a lag thing or something like that, then whatever. But yeah. If it is something like that, like I just said, where it's just like a scripted delay, that would be super cool for first playthroughs. Like, you go into an area for the first time, you get jumped, and it's like, alright, cool, and then the next time you go through, you see the, oh, hey, you see me, I see you. It's just a thing, brother. Alright, rotted both. That horse slam did not hit nearly as hard as I would have expected it to. I don't know if I frostbit him. I don't think I did. Oh, that missed horribly. Oh, I don't have Elden Stars on anymore. I don't know how I feel about Magma Breath. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. I wasn't even looking at my health. I'm just like trying out new spells. I was looking for Elden Stars. I forgot I unequipped it. That is the most awesome spell, by the way. I love Aspect of Crucible Breath. Gosh, a little early on that one. Got hit in the backswing there. There we go. Aspect of Crucible Breath is one of the most fun spells, though, for sure. The Night Knights. That is a dumb name. I don't approve. That guy had the thumbprint shield. The man of culture. Be wary of hole. Oh, kind strangers. But I already saw it, so it's fine. I would have laughed so hard if he jumped off. Oh, excuse you. Get the fuck off my neck. Okay. Well, that was an enemy group vanquished. Likely bug. I'm gonna hear it. There you are. Is that just a crimson teardrop? It looks like it. Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay. Here, another one. See it. It is another crimson flask. Don't care. Had full flasks. Hold on 1 second. I think people should be up by now. Yeah. Computer's starting to get a little warm. Open my door up for some airflow. I have full cerulean flasks too. But I suppose I'd get mana back from killing. Ugh. So good. Mo seeds. Nice, huh? he saw me. There you go. Why is it always too high up? It's not. It's right in front of your face. Good luck. Oh right, there's the gargoyle here. I mean, to each their own, Jordan. As I said, I'm not a doctor, so you do your thing. Where is the gargoyle? There you are. Not rottable, I don't think. Maybe frostable, though? Ooh, baby. Oh, it takes like no holy damage. Cool, I guess. Let's try this. Alright, he takes normal fire damage, so I guess we'll do that. Enemies. I'm gonna have to get spellcasts off to hurt this guy, and he's being kind of a bitch about it. My sword hits him for less than 100, and that's like level 1 damage. I'm out of mana. Damn it. This is the problem with enemies with resistances. So if you have a magic weapon that already deals some sort of magical damage, this is kind of the argument to be made for weapons that aren't enchanted, that maybe deal a bit less damage overall than the one you're currently using. Because you can put a grease on it that would otherwise make it better than this. Because like, I'm literally hitting this guy for double-digit numbers at level 120 something. Because he's resistant to holy damage. He's not resistant to God-slaying Black Fire, so... Okay, I thought I died for a second. I was about to be like, what? Because I got hit and I heard the death sound, but my fireball hit in midair. Oh. Excuse me. Now I know these two weapons deal holy damage. And have holy scaling. Or faith scaling, rather. But this has more of a strength scaling than faith. So if I had just enough faith to wield this in a strength build, I might care about it more. Same thing here. Though this one has even worse scaling than the other one does. So, fine weapons probably, but I ain't about it. Say it. I'll say it right now. I ain't about it. I think we're at the lift here, so yeah, we are. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. I'm so sad by the number of enemies that my breaths don't work against, though. It's really sad. Yeah, we're almost to our mind goal.
You turn back. Ahead lies, and the way forth is. Hear me. Doing so will unbind. Who would dare? Most certainly.
Shut up, bitch. Well, I don't seem to be cursed, so... Alright. We hoist. And we go. Actually, sorry, that's a singular medallion. We don't need to watch this animation, though. It's just a lift animation. And here we are. Actually, let me go over this way. Let's take a... Roll that beautiful tree footage right there, baby. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh man, there's the capital, Landell. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Welcome to the mountaintops of the giants. Map. There we go. Yeah, it looks like the pathway that I took up here was the only one. There's probably like little spots off to the side that I didn't explore, but the areas like that are really hard to see in. Not super interested in like big exploration areas. Shabriri, is that you? Hey, buddy. Try attacking. Time for ruin.
Finally, the tarnished. Who would be Lord? Oh my. I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel well. That is most unfortunate. For he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that. You are about to sacrifice something precious, only so that you may be Lord. What a horrible thing to put your ascendancy. But how would the Lord, crowned so?
Yeah, this is where he tries to talk you out of killing Melina.
Would be Lord. Dare to spare the poor girl, if you are prepared to show resolve and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Ascend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling, and the girl can be spared, setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world.
Yeah. He's about it. Okay. So we really do have to choose, huh? I mean, we don't have to yet. So here's my thought process on it, though. We know how it works for the Frenzied Flame. So if I want to do that in another playthrough, there's significantly less investment in the Frenzied Flame than there is in the Fia ending, I guess. Because for Fia, I think all I have to do is, once we've defeated Malekith, go back to Deep-Root Depths and fight the Remembrance boss there, and then we should hopefully be able to summon her to the Elden Throne. But for the Frenzied, but that requires us to do at least half of the Ranni questline, if not the majority of it, because we have to get the upside down, whatever it's called. I still have it in my inventory, I think. No, I don't. It's in the tower. We have to get the upside down little hourglass thing, the statuette, so that we can get to Ranni's body, get the Curse Mark of Death, to give that to Fia. So we have to do the majority of the Ranni questline in order to do that. Or as I said, at least half of it. As well as the... Well, I mean, the questline for D doesn't really change much. I also have a breath. Oh wow, he just armored through that. Probably not Jorda, because I'd have to find the right emulator to play it on. I don't have DS stuff set up. I have 3DS set up, but not DS. I don't have one at all. I have to get it set up, check settings and stuff like that. The current plan is still to try and do Project Anima or Project Ember, which are FE6 and FE7 ROM hacks. Huh? You're gesturing. Try gesturing. He was doing point down gesture. So, point downwards. Or maybe since he was pointing down, there's an underground area here. Oh, hi. Is breathing actually useful? For living, yes. I really hate these things. Oh, their attack patterns are so weird. No, I'm just gonna let him rot. Is it that they stop breathing, and that's why they die? I mean, of course, H2O is poisonous. Just inhaling this stuff can kill you. Go. Well, luckily, since we're in the open world, I can abuse my rot breath against these guys. Since killing them is usually giving me a flash charge back. Oof. I just ate that whole breath. That didn't feel good. Alright. Worst. Well, I fell after buffering that attack. Feels good. Yeah, dodge that sideways when there's a wall there, idiot. That's what I thought. Zamor Ice Storm. You know, I have a feeling that is a sorcery and not an incantation. Makes me sad. Uh-oh. I missed, but it didn't hit the rock at least. That would have been the most tilting part. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, no flash charge back? I guess I need to kill this one too. Oh, thank you for hitting me, actually. That is huge. If your only answer is because Marth's in it, it's not going to be a good enough answer for me, I'm sorry. Okay, we're live. Sort of. Eat a bunch of damage for trying to heal. As is customary with boss mobs. Now I do, yeah, they do have ballisticians, which are cool. There you go. They're called bow guns. Okay. Are they just crossbows? That almost completely missed. if you just want to walk at me menacingly, dude, you can. There we go. You know, not the most convincing argument. Arming miners does not sound like a good idea. Is the original Fire Emblem story anything different than Bandits, War, Dragon Cult? So I'm pretty sure it's not. Or does it just skip the Bandits part and just go straight to War? Alright. Another bell bearing. It's pretty sweet. It's stuck up on smithing stones now. Or try new weapons if we wanted to, if we had the stones for them. Or the stats for them, I guess. I don't have the stats for almost any weapon. Those are almost purely faith. Oh wow, such an innovative new story that I've never heard in a Fire Emblem game before. That's exciting. Totally never been done, yeah. Okay, are we done here? We found the little underground area. Bought most of the nerds. Back at the beginning. Alright, I think we're good. In here, anyway. We should be able to move forward. Burb. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's another burb. He hit my horse. Let's do this. Got about another hour today. Let's see how deep we can get into the mountaintops of the giants with said hour. Or if I can hit this from here. Fuck. Maybe from here. Nailed it. Oh, double nailed it. Get good, scrub. Who Marion Fates? You said you're going Swordmaster? Or was it you that was going Swordmaster? Or was that Luna? I think it was you. I mean, my recommendation would be Laszlo, personally, because he would get you Hero, which is access to Soul. Also, he's just a charming young lad from the future. Oh my god. Bye bye, birdie. But I'm just one of those people who likes to get skills from stuff. Burn, baby, burn, burn, baby, burn. Oh, I see that big boy over there. Oh, I see him. Uh-oh. They heard the fireball. Uh-oh. No, why am I jumping backwards? Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, they don't die to one backstab if I'm being detected? Sad. It's fine. Briars of Punishment. Can I cast that? Oh, Swordmaster's Birthright, okay. I can. This is but it's a faith sorcery. That's weird. I don't think I can cast this without a staff. Because you can only cast incantations with these seals, I believe. Frostbit him. It's a really cool attack animation, not gonna lie. Whips are kinda cool. Alright. So if you're looking for skill recommendations, absolutely. Let me know what your heart seal is going to be, or what you plan on making your class, and I can give you help on that. If you're looking for a relationship question, then I'm afraid I've got nothing for you. I don't know your preferences. Yep, I remember him. Okay. Well, that's alright, I guess. We can roll through those. No problem. And line of sight. Oh shit, his arm's in the way. Nailed it. Okay. The fact that all the golems don't have, like, bows and halberds kind of makes them awkward to fight against. Because on the one hand, rude as hell. Somberstone 8. Not what I'm after. I need a 9. I think we find 9s around here. So. What was I saying before that? Must not have been important. Lost my train of thought. Oh shoot, no, I need to go... Oh, the golem thing. Yeah, if golems had both, because they... It's like when you get right underneath the archers, all they do is, like, stomp around, which you didn't see because they're relatively easy to stagger, but... and with the big golems, that are not the big golems, they're not all large. With the halberd golems, they're... I don't know if I'd say they're easy to fight from ranged or not, but it doesn't seem like a ranged character would have any trouble trivializing them either. With sorceries and such. All you gotta do is watch out for their one big slammy attack from far away. Or their two big slammy or big sweepy attacks. So if they could just pull out a bow and force them to move a bit more. I don't know. Could have been good. Could have been a thing. I needed to go... I hear a beetle. Is it above me? Because there is a dungeon over this way. It is above me. See, this guy's also stabbing in the back. Ooh, he has a buckler on for parrying, too. What a Chad. Bye, friend. Jump attack. Yeah, okay, guy. Something, something, try jumping. Okay, where was that statue? I forgot to activate it. It was around here somewhere. Because I know there's a... I know there's a dungeon over here. There it is. Yeah. It's up that way. Pretty sure I had... the right direction. Maybe I just didn't see the door. Okay. Maybe it's down here. Be wary of dragon. No dragon here. Where is this dungeon entrance? Maybe it's up here? Or this way? No. Hello, Burb. I don't think it's up here either, though. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So it should be like... Maybe it's over here? So we have to like wrap around the cliff. Well, we have to wrap around the cliff to get there anyway. Oh yeah, I bet you it's down there. Yep, yep, yep. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Problem solved. Marvelous. Hello, friends. The beast eye quivers, oh my. Who would have thought? Alright. I suppose we can do this. We have a conversation with Melina. Should probably talk to her on the way out. Oh, that's the exit. Down we go. People are fucking noisy today. Okay. There was a pathway. Is this the pathway? This is the pathway. Okay. Never mind. This is the way. So many notes. Satch. Yeah. That's what it is. I'll be back for that. Figures. How did that miss? Last hit. Thanks, the axis. we go. Nope, ain't nothing down there. So I'll bring that back. Oh, hi. Little jar pal. Hey there, little jar pal. You don't say. Well, all right. I hear footsteps. Well, hello. Little Miss Madeline has arrived. Which I'm sure you can hear. Her panting. Okay. Now I think we can go back to the other lift and go down. So I'm sure that takes us to the right spot. Okay. Here we go. So incredibly upsetting. Alright, let's do this. We'll check under this one too. Yeah, looking no. Alright, cool. Hello, doggo. I don't think I can rot you. Try though. Oh man, I missed. Follow up did. What? Through the floor? What a hacker. Cannot rot, confirmed. He would be extra dead already if I could. Dead. Yep. Yep. Fucked up the second timing there. Getting hit by one of those means you have to dodge the rest perfectly, and I did not. I did not. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Good. Let me pull this back down. Since we have a stake here, I didn't realize there was a Stake America there. Alright, I may be able to frostbite this guy, though. Maybe not. Stay. Nope. Oh, I rolled too soon there, actually. I need you to fucking stop. Please stop. Keep mistiming it. This is really annoying. Oh, are you serious? It's been so long since I fought one of these. Oh my god. Fuck you. Jesus. Annoying ass enemy. Well, I guess it's a good reason they put a Stake America there, because, I mean, that is like a boss enemy style thing. I know. Hey. Shh. Shh. Try blocking. Yeah. How about I try ranged attack? Alrighty. Easy. Yeah, I mean, that's a very obvious pressure plate. Right of left and right. Oh, he's got glowy eyes. Nice. Hiya. Then, be wary of trap. 4K souls for the little glowy eye boy. It's nice. Doesn't look like I need to go up. What are you saying? Yeah, oh, fuck's sake. Yep. Huh. I see. refuse to die. That went over his shoulder? Are you serious? Constantly mistiming that. Well, I have no healing left, except for magic. So, that's fun. Love that. If it didn't put me to heavy load, I'd just leave it equipped. But it does. So... I put it back up on purpose. I mean, it looks like a fireball just straight hit it, but I did put it up on purpose. What have we here? Fire Monk Ashes. Sure. I guess. Can I write a note up here? How do I write a note? Summon sign. Write a message. Visions of... I suddenly don't care anymore. Oh, and I drank one of those. Okay. Hi there. Really? That's all that was there? Okay. Well, let me put this here. Because I didn't see a message for it. Things... Hidden path? Places... Where's hidden path? I've literally never left a message before. I like how pickle is under concepts. I suppose getting yourself in quite a pickle would be the concept. Where... Or is there, like, path ahead? We'll put flower ahead. God fucking damn it. Okay. What did I get from down here? I don't even remember what the item was. Ah, someone did leave a message up there. Yeah. Try up did not help. Okay. Well, I am out of ideas. I don't think I missed a lever down there, actually. Okay, I was about to say, if I could just walk up and open this, that'd be the most annoying. Not the spell I thought I had equipped. That's good. I thought he died. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I get in the habit of rolling into walls again. In Elden Ring, there's no equipment durability, but in Dark Souls 1, which I'll be playing again after after I finish this playthrough, I'll be playing this. I'll be playing through Dark Souls 1 finally. I know there is equipment durability. Don't you dare, it says. Well, I dared. Oh, can he really not get out? Oh, that's amazing. Bye. What? Oh, awesome. He turned himself to, like, steel or something. Yeah, seek up. But how do I get up? There's stairs here. Oh. I literally just didn't see this pathway. First time. Yeah. Fair enough, I guess. Be wary of pack. Oh. Fire causes them to detonate early. Looks like. Sick. That was very good advice. I will appraise that on my way out. Okay. Wow. Also very good advice, but I don't have any poison items. Suppose I could do this. I don't have that many toxic mushrooms. Do I have darts? I can make darts. It's 4, it looks like. Yep. I wonder if his explosion will hit that one. Did not. Maybe the cloud did, though, because it looked like it was starting to blow up right before, or before I hit with all 4 darts. I see the jars. I see the path here. I see the trap. Hmm? Yep. Yep. There's indeed a flower ahead. Ritual pot. That all? Well, we can leave the sleepy boys to their own devices. Did we make it? Did we get there? No lever ahead. I fucking noticed. a different area, though. Because there weren't exploding pots down here last time. Not quite. Dude, those Erdtree burial watchdogs are right down. Oh, is this where we try down? There we go. Excellent. Wow, the aim on that. Okay. Oh. Okay. Get up. Stuck in the fucking corner here. No, I'm back down here? Fuck's sake. Okay. Up here. Is there anything up in this room? No. This way. An annoying turn of events, but okay. And we're back. Alright. We have finally found it. How are people dying up here? There's nothing up here to die to. I guess they kited the big guy all the way over here because they're like, oh, the lever's gonna be so close. Oh, that guy had a bad time. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Alright, I believe we are out of here. Yes? No, that's not the right way. This is my way up. Yes. Okay. God, this place is a maze. We go back up top and replenish our resources before we go boss fighting. So I have no healing, no mana, and only my physic in terms of consumables. Oh, nice. We can level up before we do the boss, too. Hell yeah, dude. Let's chat. This should just be a mountaintops of the giant thing, not specific to here.
I'd like to say. My purpose was given to me by my mother, but now I act of my own volition. I have set my heart upon the world that I would have, regardless of my mother's designs. I won't allow anyone to speak ill of that, not even you. Shall I turn your... Let my hand rest upon for but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Speaking of, what kind of physics stuff do we have here? So I'm currently doing all damage negation, resistances and heal status, poise, magic, fire, lightning, holy. If I had a more focused build on a specific element, I might want to use one of those. More stance break, enhanced charge attacks. Lets you die and not lose anything. Reduces equip load. Eats one hit for free. We do have the eliminates FP cost, but I think, yeah, we'll just stick with that. Alright. Let us be off. I wonder if I can just run past all these. Oh, I never came over here. Oh, it got me. It got me. Ooh, right in the chest, collarbone, neck area. It's pretty brutal. Got me good. Oh, root resin. Really? So is there death root in a chest here? Because this guy's not going to have death root. We'll say this guy has gotten absolutely fucking owned. Oh, he got owned so hard. Holy shit, that was easy. Glovewort picker. E. Z. And there's my death root. Alright, problem solved. Back we go. Oh yeah, those dragon breaths absolutely clapped up on that guy. No problem. That's good stuff. And I think this little vista in the distance here, you can just barely see through the snow. I think that's going to be it for today. Nice short stream, because I slept through my alarm. As I normally don't do. I'm not normally an alarm sleeper. My alarm's quite loud, so I had to have been very, very tired yesterday for that to happen. That's how it goes. So, thanks everybody for joining me today. Nice short stream. Started off the Mountaintops of the Giants. We're going to be here all day tomorrow, though. By all day, I mean from our normal time, 2 to 7. But we'll be back here, exploring more of the Mountaintops of the Giants, and yeah, that's really it. Tomorrow, I have to decide on the ending that I want to get. So I'll decide if we want to do Frenzied Flame or Fia's ending. Since we already did the Roddy ending and the neutral ending. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. But until then, take care of yourselves, stay beautiful, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a short list. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.